The variety of bread specialities in Germany is unparalleled anywhere in the world. Germany is the land of bread, bread diversity, and bread enjoyment, and therefore the uncontested cultural ambassador for Germany. For centuries, bakers have fostered and refined the art of bread making. The guilds and associations have helped the craft to flourish. In today's world, it's important to preserve this unique legacy with its exceptional regional diversity of bread specialities and cookies. There's a much wider variety of bread specialities in Germany than there is in other countries, and there are several reasons for this. The differing soil conditions have a pronounced effect on grain cultivation. Rye is the principal bread crop in the country's northern states, with their loamy, sandy soils. The special thing about our bread here in the north is that it's simply heartier than in the south. Our bread's a little sourer and darker, in other words with a greater rye content here than our colleagues use in the south of Germany. Quality bread is well baked with an extremely fine flavour, and to achieve this, many factors need to be considered. This begins with the preparation of the dough, not too much yeast, a long resting period, and a well-balanced baking process. When I open the oven door and see those crusty brown loaves and take in that great aroma, that's just the most wonderful thing there is. The further south we go, in the direction of the more clay and heavier soils, the more we encounter wheat. Wheat bread is seductive. It has the inherent aura of prosperity, or even of a luxury food.
Wir essen eigentlich immer regelmäßig Schwarzbrot.
We often eat dark rye bread, particularly in the evening as part of a really delicious supper. German bread is therefore an essential part of our everyday life. A life without bread, I can't imagine it. We eat bread every single day. It's one of the things I always notice when we're on holiday, for example. We soon start to miss our German bread. On holiday, the bread just doesn't taste as good as ours. The guilds emerged in the 12th century, together with the towns and trade routes. Among other things, they also governed vocational training, and in doing so, substantially enhanced the standing of the trade. Before long, the rank of journeyman was introduced between the ranks of apprentice and master. He had to wander for several years, and thus became familiar with new types of bread, rolls and cakes, as well as new towns and cities. A different world with different languages. Today, young people come to Germany from every corner of the world in order to learn the art of bread making in our bakers' academies. Here we pass on the knowledge of bread diversity that has manifested itself in Germany over thousands of years. I come from Brazil and would like to learn the secret of dark German bread. I've come to Germany from Japan. In Weinheim, I completed my Master Craftsman's examination. The things we learn here are extremely important for us, and I hope that we will one day be able to bake German bread in Iran, as well as we can here. The Museum of Bread Culture was founded in Ulm in 1955. The museum is dedicated to the history of bread as the essential basis of human existence, culture, and civilization. Of course, one of the reasons for the huge variety of bread was the proliferation of small states, upon which Germany's history is based. And here we see that the people wanted to distinguish themselves not only by the clothes they wore, or the language they spoke, but also by what they ate, and that naturally includes their bread. Religious festivals are another reason. There's special bread at Christmas, such as stollen cake, or braided yeast bread. At Easter, there is bread to round off the Easter feast. Christenings and deaths also have their own special bread, and this all counts towards the diversity of Germany's bread specialities. For centuries, bakers have fostered and refined the art of bread making. This creative legacy should be preserved. Otherwise, there's a danger that many of the customs associated with the various bread specialities would disappear. The abundance of different shapes and sorts that has since emerged can only continue to make meaningful sense if the traditions that once brought them about are kept alive. Germany is the land of bread, bread diversity and bread enjoyment. Rye bread, brown bread, farmhouse bread, wheat bread, curd bread with spelt, master brewer bread, muesli bread, lupine bread, and many more besides. These are the uncontested cultural ambassadors for Germany.